The Detroit Lions get even more good offseason news, and it has to do with Terrion Arnold. He was doing an interview recently, and he talked about the Las Vegas Raiders. So, Terrion Arnold, as you know, we got him in the first round. He's really funny and awesome in interviews, by the way, as well. So, if you ever have an opportunity to listen to him, it's awesome. It's like, I don't know, he's like funny, but he's also really thoughtful, and he's dead serious, and he's going to be really good. All the field stuff is great, plus on field. So what he said in the interview was he talked a lot with the Raiders. The Raiders were the team that he kind of felt like that's where he's going to go, 13th overall. And so you saw where some projections, just kind of big board stuff, had him like 8th overall. But of course, quarterbacks went and that pushed everybody else down. So we get that. But this is a guy that was supposed to go in 13 overall. The Raiders then called him after the draft and it was like, hey, man, we loved you. We told you, we're probably going to take you. We're really going to focus in on you. But we flipped a coin and we went with Brock Bowers. So that's just like how close he was going to be taken right there. He also said the Lions were talking to him, and the Lions were like, hey, we're going to have to trade up to 15, 16, 17 to get you. And he's like, all right, he's like, it's going to be tough to get up there. Don't know if we can. So what happens is just amazing to me. Jared Verse goes to the Rams. Okay, fine. Offensive tackle to the Steelers. That was a little surprising. Chop Robinson to the Dolphins. I get it, but right then the Eagles get Mitchell, and this is where I think if you're the Lions, you started to get serious, and the Lions then see Brian Thomas go here to the Jags, and it's like, all right, time to go. They move up right ahead of the Green Bay Packers, and they take Terrion Arnold, and we get an absolute star corner that should have gone in the top 10, in the top 15, and the Lions get him. And now here's what's interesting about this, and this is where the good offseason news is we knew he was good, and we knew the board was kind of wonky with the quarterbacks and the offensive tackles. But it's so interesting to me because ever since Brad Holmes has been here with the Lions, whether they're picking up number 2 overall and get Aiden Hutchinson, whether the Lions are back picking 31st or 32nd overall when we have the Rams pick and we move all the way up and get Jamison Williams, or we move back, whatever the case, no, it doesn't matter if we're picking high, picking low, it doesn't matter. The board seems to fall for the Lions now. In years past, it always felt like bad luck. Well, there's a difference. We have a really good GM now versus a bad GM where remember when it was like, well, I guess we have to take Eric Ebron at 10 here because, kind of the main players went. He's, I guess, a good player. We better take him. We take Eric Ebron at like 10th overall or whatever. Same thing with Jeff Okudah. Well, we just traded our best corner. So I guess we better take him at 3 overall because it's a need. No. Like both of those moves felt weird at the time, but you're trying to be optimistic. He's good. He's good. No. And yet Brad Holmes works the board, doesn't overdraft guys, smart with it, best player available, yet also knows like there's a need in there too. Like, come on, we're not stupid here. So when you can go up and get a need and best player available and a guy that should have gone top 10, it's incredible. And here's why everyone's so excited on Terrion Arnold. In the NFL, it's a projection league, meaning you take big swings and you have to, because if it works, you've got Sauce Gardner. If it doesn't work, all right, you guys still got to, hard to believe he's just an absolute bust, but you've got to take big swings and projections. Corner is a great position. It's hard. It's a hard position, but Terrion Arnold I think he's a redshirt sophomore. He's 21 years old. He just turned 21. He's only played corner for Alabama 2 years, and this last year was really good. And Nick Saban raves about him. So you've got your team filled up with Alabama's best players that are just coming into their like football lives, right? I mean, they were in college and now they're 21, 22. You've got Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamison Williams, Brian Branch, and now Terrion Arnold, who are going to be really good for the Lions. So the off season is well calculated, patient, and in an off season we already thought was good. In a draft that we already thought was good, Terrion Arnold confirms it's really good. He should have gone top 15. I don't know how we got him when we were picking. Again, remember, the Lions were picking originally 29th, and yet they find a way to get up there and get a really good player. Yet here we are picking 3, and we take Jeff Okudah. We're picking 10. We take, the examples are plenty of draft mistakes where it's just like, oh my goodness, the Lions are really humming now. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to do one other thing that I don't usually do, but we're gonna have some fun with it. Is if you come over to Grand Haven this summer, there's gonna be a restaurant called Gnarly Varley's in Grand Haven, over here on the west side of the state. So make sure you check that out, Gnarly Varley's, and let me know in the comments, either on the west side of the state, anywhere in Michigan, pizza place, a place that you really like. It'll prove that you watched the whole video and you're at the end of the video. If you comment this, I'm like, all right, let's go. Also, Craig and I are coming out with some merch. We'd love to give it away, just have fun, but we're gonna have some like really good hats, not just like giveaway hats, but like, man, I would actually wear that. That's coming out. Let us know in the comments if that's something you're excited about. We're gonna start compiling those comments starting now, do a couple giveaways. So, but yeah, I'd take a hat. I don't even know what it's gonna look like, but I'll take it. Also, t-shirts and stuff, but we're also gonna look into launching our own brand of clothing with just little like catchphrases and stuff that only Lions fans would know. And that is going to be a lot of fun. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.